We have Senator Kimberly Lightford. Senator, I cannot believe that you've taken the time to come onto our show, and the audience loves it. The audience loves it. Yes,
Thank you,
yes,
Matt.
good.
It's an honor to be here with you.
Yes. Well, this is...
And Troy.
Yeah, and Troy. Well, this is really special that you would take the time. You are so busy to take the time to do this. And folks, I went on the Senator's website, and I would have had to have printed off a lot of pages to go over her accomplishments and her awards. But I did want to review a couple here from just recent as we introduce her to all of you here tonight. So Senator Lightford is with the 4th District, which represents over 20 cities and villages and 6 or 7 townships. It's a very large district. She is also the first African-American woman to serve as the Senate Majority Leader. She has been the chair of the Illinois Legislative Black Caucus in the past. She's been in the Senate Education Committee here in our state for over 20 years. We'll talk to her a little bit about education here in a few moments. She, of course, is the Senate Majority Leader. And then just recently, I think it's been within the last month or two, she was voted among Chicagoland's most powerful women. So, yeah, a great, what's that? No. He wants to know if you can lift his desk over your head. Powerful, like influential, like a force. Yeah, not powerful, like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. That's really unprofessional. What are you doing? So, Senator, what a remarkable career.
Thank you, Matt. It has been amazing.
And we need to give a shout out to a mutual friend, Herb Owens, who I think first introduced us. You've known him for a long time. Herb's in the studio tonight.
Good to see you,
along
Herb.
with his son, Matt, recent graduate, out here in the studio tonight. So, but I think they made the initial connection there, and so a shout out to them. So we've spoken a little bit here already, but Chicagoland, that's your home. This is where you grew up.
I did. My family moved to Chicago, brought by their parents, of course. At the age of 4, we moved to the village of Maywood in 1972. And so I was actually raised in the village of Maywood.
Okay.
And have lived there for about 48 years.
Have you? Yeah, that's your home now.
That is my home now. But because I'm an empty nester, I'll be planning on downsizing and moving around, perhaps.
There you go. I just became empty nest. I love it.
Oh, I do
my
too.
kids. I hope my kids aren't watching, but it's been great.
It's
been great. Yes, it is. It is. So I always like to ask when I have a chance to meet with political leaders, and certainly someone like you, Senate Majority Leader, a powerful influence in our state. You know, your journey into politics, when did that begin? How did that begin? We talked a little bit offset about how our youth today are getting more and more maybe turned off by politics. Maybe you could walk us through your journey into who you are today.
Well, thanks, Matt. I too, like young people today, were completely turned off by government and politics. Nothing I ever sought after or wanted to do. I left Maywood, Provisory's graduate, class of '86.
There you go. All right, the '80s.
Yeah,
that was a good decade.
The '80s, and good times,
yes.
right? I went to Western Illinois University, a Leatherneck there, and earned a bachelor's degree in public communications and human relations. And then I started working for a few years and then thought, oh, I need more education. So I went to the University of Illinois to earn a master's degree. And from there, I came home back to my community, and I just started volunteering in what I knew to do. And so I was at my high school, alma mater, Proviso East, volunteering my time, working with the girls there. And I was noticed by other community leaders. And they said, hey, we need you to get involved, and you should run for office. Wow. And that I was just tapped to run for trustee in the village of Maywood. I was 27 years old, and that's when I started working in government.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
So maybe for the young people who are watching our show, and we don't have a huge viewing audience or anything like that, but So maybe a good thing to do is start volunteering in your community and just see if that leads somewhere.
Yeah, first impressions is everything, and just know that leaders are looking for future leaders.
Yes.
And so
Yeah, it's
someone's
true.
always watching you so that you, because I'm watching our young people, I'm engaged with them, and I want them to step up and take on this role. I see them as the change agents that we
Yes.
really need.
Yes.
And so someone's need to replace me.
It's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah,
Yes.
I like that. I like that. When you are education, that's been one of your big spaces in Illinois, and you've pushed for a lot of reform, a lot of good changes in education. Educators are oftentimes slower to maybe innovate, to change. So I'm an educator, and maybe as you look back on your career in the education committee here in the state and the Senate, what's maybe one of your proudest accomplishments in education in your career here? And I know that's always a hard question, right? Because there's a lot of them, but just generally, what might be one?
Yeah, for me, learning policy and how it affects the student in the classroom, to the teacher, to the administrator, to the parents in the home, I knew that every child deserved a quality education with a quality teacher, no matter where they live. If they were in a poverty-stricken school district or if they were in one of the finest. I think that all of our children deserve to receive a quality education. And I felt that we were a little lopsided as a state. And so I began to push for education reform that would promote quality teachers in every classroom, but then also protect teachers. I love the profession of teaching, and I felt that teachers were not receiving the best support that they could receive from the state, and the grading system, either they were unsatisfactory or satisfactory. No gray area, opportunity, chance for improvement. And then I also felt that teachers were being judged on if they received a student that was underperforming, that it was their responsibility alone
cover all that ground,
to cover all this ground, to not only bring them up, but advance them.
Yes.
And so I just felt like there should be more factors for teachers. It shouldn't just be a single factor alone on the standardized testing, but if you move the student, I felt that you should get credit for that.
Yes.
And so I just felt that the system wasn't supportive enough of teachers and administrators, and it wasn't serving all of our students well.
Yeah. Hey, the audience obviously likes that. That's great. That's great. Very good. Very good. And you're right. I mean, education for many communities across the state, but I guess specifically for me here in Chicagoland, you're Chicagoland, and education is that launching pad for economic opportunity, for jobs, for their futures. And so I applaud you. Keep fighting for education.
Thank you, and I will. Sometimes you wonder what's your purpose, and I just quickly come to know that education and youth development was my purpose and my passion for being in the legislature, and I love it. I really do.
Well, we appreciate that. So continue to be a voice, and you've been an evangelist for education in our state, and so thank you. Thank you.
Man.
Yes. Our teachers around the world, I guess, for the last 3 months, what a roller coaster. Actually, it wasn't a roller coaster because it was just constantly going down.
Oh, I know. We were just like that
roller coasters at least have some ups along the way. But, what might you have to say to any educators? A lot of my staff watch the show.
Oh,
but any educators, what might you have to say to them after they've just finished that 3-month march?
I really want to say thank you. Yeah. I'll start with thank you for just having the pulse and heart of our future in your hands, and being quick about adjusting to making sure that they still receive the curriculum and the academia that they needed in this new way of teaching, e-online learning. And I know teachers are compassionate about their students and they have that connection. So I wanted to encourage them to know that students that are not connected or they don't see them for weeks at a time, to make sure that they let that be known to the principals so that we can get those wellness checks done so that we can ensure that all of their students are safe and being nourished and they have the proper foods and things like that they need, because school is such a safe haven for so many.
For a lot of our youth, it's their nourishment, it's their meals.
For so many. Yeah. So I would just continue to encourage teachers, thank them, and hope that when school does resume, that they have all the things in place that they need to just pick right back up and just be successful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you mentioned when schools resume, so I'm going to ask you here, and so forgive me if I'm putting you on the spot a little
No
bit.
worries.
You can censor it out later if you want, but so back to campus in August. In your opinion, and understanding that none of us are, what's the word, epidemiologists or whatever, but in your opinion, is there a safe and a responsible path to getting back our students onto their campuses in the fall? And again, assuming a lot of factors, but is there a path?
I certainly believe so.
Yeah.
This pandemic has come and swept the country, really swept the world in so many ways. And it's something that we've had to really adjust to. And wanting to keep our children safe and wanting to keep their families safe has been a huge challenge for the state of Illinois. I believe the governor and the mayors and of the like, we're all doing the best that we can to just save as many lives as we can. But when we think about academics and moving our kids back to school, we just want it to be done where it is safe, it's protecting everyone, and it's in phases, if you will. There's metrics that we have to meet as a state to be fully opened, but I'm hoping that by the fall, we still have a few months to go. So fingers crossed and very hopeful that there will be a phasing in. I mean, your campus is the most beautiful campus. Your acreage is amazing. Yeah. And I know that social distancing wouldn't be such a challenge for you as it may be in some other spaces where it's overcrowded classrooms.
Yes.
So we can't look at it as a one-size-fits-all. So has to be, absolutely, there has to be a criteria
of course.
For school districts to meet, but to also allow flexibility so that there's no one-size-fits-all again. So I'm hopeful, and I just would encourage people, even though the weather's changing, it's such a beautiful day like today, that we still remain in our masks, remain social distancing, so that we don't have a roundabout, and that we do flourish moving forward, so that we can, pick back up and continue to live our lives.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. Well, Pete, I'll tell you, this community loves it when you talk, because our plan is to get back to campus in the fall, and so we love to hear that's hopefully going to happen. So you know a little bit about our school. I mean, obviously Herb, you've known Matt since he was Matthew, and so, but any impressions of Timothy, anything, obviously the Owens family, wonderful people, but what might you have to say even to our school community on our little show here?
Well, you're a pillar in the community, and it's always been known. Your reputation is bar none. Your academia is amazing. The fact that you go from elementary through high school, just the grounds. I encourage people to come visit Timothy Christian and experience this. And for all your graduating seniors I know. I just want them to know that they'll always be a part of history. Yeah. And that they're resilient in this experience, and they should carry this forward and kind of use it as their stepping ground, rise above the dates.
That's powerful.
And, all of the things that they have been looking forward to all their lives that they were not able to attain. Rise above it and know that from this experience, it's nothing that they can't do.
That's powerful. Yes. Our audience loves you. That's great. Class of 2020, hope you heard that. That's a good message.
That is.
Good message.
And Troy.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Did you catch that, Troy? All right, good. Well, Senator, as we kind of wrap it up here for this particular episode, is there a message just for the greater community and Chicagoland, obviously your district, Kimberly, you are such a personal person, and you know so many people in your district. You obviously care, you listen, and I really believe people trust you. And what might be something that you have to say as a leader in Chicagoland and our state, just to the greater community here tonight as we wrap it up?
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for having me on. And if I could just share briefly, my grandmother had a 6th grade education. I'm the first in my family to earn a college degree.
Wow.
And I'm also the first female African-American Senate Majority Leader for the state of Illinois. So I believe that God does take ordinary people to do extraordinary things. And if you have a giving heart, I think public service is a great place for you. And I just want to encourage the community that the times that we're in right now calls for change. And I see so much unity, and I see so much support that it warms my heart.
Yes.
And I just want us to not just be in this moment for now, but for us to live in this moment as we move forward, so that as a country and as a people, we can just grow together. I think that our young people today will be the generation that doesn't see color, that they truly would, as Dr. King stated, will be judged by the content of their character.
Yes.
And I feel that's been an incredible journey for me. And I'm just glad to be kind of on the other side of it at this point, leading the charge.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Amen. And we are here at Kimberly too. We're with you for sure.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for having me here. It's been
I
a
still
joy.
can't believe that you agreed to do this. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Continue the great work in our state here. We have obviously a lot of work to do. There's progress to be made, and hopefully we can continue to, as you said, work together for the best of our people of our state. So, thank you.
Thank you.
How about another round of applause, Senator Kimberly Lightford.
Thank you.